This video is sponsored by War Thunder. Welcome to Skyrim Mods Monthly, the series where I showcase hot and trending mods. Now, I have a confession. I've been a lazy piece of shit because I haven't been covering mods for the last few months. Now, to be fair, mod releases have been quite slow lately. Like, you know the Nexus is dry when you start seeing Goblin Futanari short stacks and Vampire Cleavage mods on the front page. Though modding hasn't been very active, a bunch of great mods have still been released, which we'll be taking a look at today. First up, we have dynamic looting and harvesting animations. This mod raises immersion levels through the roof by adding animations for looting specific ingredients and items while displaying said items in your character's hand. If you do decide to use this mod, I also highly recommend using it in tandem with animated ingredients, so ingredients appear in your hands when you consume them. Next up, we have a pretty unique weapon mod. Flailin' Around introduces 7 new flails, all featuring physics. I'm not sure why, but it's very satisfying to see heavy swinging balls make contact with the skulls of my enemies. Now, sometimes a flail, for whatever reason, becomes fully erect. Usually, you can easily solve this issue by re-equipping the flail, but it's worth mentioning, dual equipping another flail or being in first person will always cause it to be erect. If you've ever wanted the world of Skyrim to feel more alive, these next mods are perfect for you. Animated Carriage adds carriages you can encounter on the road. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Carriages and Skyrim's engine don't exactly get along very well. However, this mod thankfully doesn't make carriages explode when they encounter a bee. Carriage encounters are fairly diverse, with NPCs on board partaking in various activities such as drinking, genocide, and chilling. You're also able to come across carriages carrying cargo, which you can steal from, empty ones to hitchhike on, and because carriages aren't actually pathfinding and are animated, you may see some floating when using other mods like Northern Roads. Oh, and you may also occasionally see haunted carriages, but I'm willing to put up with that considering how much more alive the mod makes roads feel. Also consider getting Animated Carriage's additional route to add significantly more carriage routes, as the original mod only has 2. Next up, we have Animated Ships. This mod adds ships to various ports, beaches, and oceans. You can come across merchants, pirates, fishermen, and warships. Interacting with ships lets you board them, and
all of this just works.
Also, you can see ships way out on the horizon, though I don't recommend going out to them as they're just logs. But this next mod has to be by far one of my favorites. Striding Silt Strider adds various Silt Striders to Solstheim. You can find packs of them transporting goods, roaming the wild, and it even makes Dusty rideable. That right there already qualifies it for a 10 out of 10 mod. You can really feel the size of these majestic creatures as they cause the ground to rumble with their tall legs. But be warned though, as standing in front of one, I'd love to see these mods allow you to travel to specific cities so they're more practical, but overall they're still fantastic additions to making your world feel more alive and complement each other very well. Ad time.
War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, and is available on PC and consoles. It's free to play with over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships from 10 major nations. Experience epic PvP battles with highly detailed vehicle damage models, amazing graphics, authentic sound effects, and a huge community of military enthusiasts. Game modes range from casual, fast-paced arcade matches to realistic hardcore simulations. Oh, got you! Kine has got nothing on me. Play with biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of today. Getting high has to be one of my favorite ways of playing the game. There's nothing quite like shooting down enemy planes and G-force-induced loss of consciousness. Play War Thunder for free on your PC, PlayStation, or Xbox now by using my link in the pinned comment or video description. New and returning players that haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across all platforms that includes multiple premium vehicles, an exclusive vehicle decorator, 100,000 silver lions, and 7 days of premium account. This is only available for a limited time, so be quick.
Subtitles is a simple mod that shows up to 4 subtitles at the same time by default. It's a much needed feature considering vanilla only showed you 1, but if you really want to keep track of dialogue, Dialogue History logs all conversations, allowing you to view local and global dialogue history. You can go through dialogue based on date or location and even filter names. But my favorite feature by far is clicking on previous lines of dialogue and hearing them again.
You have come, you have come, you have come.
Now here's an underrated utility mod I found recently. Junket allows you to mark items as junk with a hotkey, which you can then later press while bartering to sell off your junk, and will significantly cut down on the amount of time you spend sorting through piles and piles of garbage.
A new hand.
Kitty Tail has come out with 2 mods that improve vanilla spell effects by adding new particles, meshes, and more. Firstly, we have Flame VFX Edit. You'll now see heat warping from certain spells, and I especially love the explosion and flame cloak effects. They've also improved frost magic with a blizzard-like effect, lingering frost particles, and icy projectiles. Both of these mods make spells feel more powerful, and I'm really hoping Kitty Tail shows shock magic some love in the future. Everglade's modular SMP hairstyles caught my eye recently. It features over 100 new mix and match hairstyles with 12 bases and 12 bangs. All hairs include physics and can be used for both males and females. Now we don't see too many hair mods with physics these days, so good job Everglade. Modders once again are fixing Bethesda's lackluster Creation Club content. Mihail's CC Goblins overhaul improves many aspects of the add-on, from redoing how you begin the quest so it actually makes sense, to changing the size of goblins in a creative way so they're actually able to use their weapons, to balancing, texturing, adding clutter, refining journal entries, and even tying up loose ends left by Bethesda. And by doing all of this, Mihail's managed to bring the add-on in line to fit the quality you'd expect to find in the base game. They've also done the same for Creation Club's Plague of the Dead add-on, with a new quest integration, improvements, and expansion of lore, texts, creature, combat, and experience in general. And Jay Serpa's also joined in on the effort to fix Creation Club content with Simple Fishing Overhaul. The mod allows you to look around freely while fishing in first person, and even allows you to fish in third person with a new animation. I'll admit the animation may not look the best, but I'll take them any day over what Bethesda gave us, which is nothing. And anyone who's played the Fishing Creation Club content will know how annoying it's been to get quest updates through lines like, "It's all in this note." It's just about as infuriating, if not more, than Preston Garvey's "Another settlement needs your helpline."
I got word of a settlement that needs our help. We can use all the support we can get. I'll mark it on your map.
You can't keep getting away with it!
The actual content of the quests haven't been altered, but thankfully this overhaul replaces these annoying empty lines with some dialogue so NPCs have a semblance of a personality. Additionally, NPCs will say new lines while you're fishing, or just have a fishing rod equipped.
I don't want to find out what's down in that water.
There's nothing quite like fishing with a stunning view ahead of you, listening to Skyrim's glorious soundtrack, and Lydia complaining in the background.
Me. Pardon me, just, anything to relieve the boredom.
Fresh fish! Fresh fish!
My favorite bipedal reptile from the Elder Scrolls universe has just been modded into Skyrim. I am of course talking about scuttlers. These docile, adorable creatures feed on insects and worms and are great pest controllers. Though they are reported to have an unpleasant odor, some still enjoy having them as pets. Oh, who's a little good pest controller? You are. Even though you smell like absolute shit. Knockout Extensions lets you knock NPCs out cold by sneak bashing them from the back, and you'll even be able to knock out essential NPCs as well. This mod opens up powerful new strategies to the game, such as sneak knocking out entire bandit groups and looting them naked. Combat with hag ravens is a little awkward in vanilla. They just kind of breathe very heavily, flailing their claws at you. Talkative hag ravens adds a dozen new lines of custom dialogue to these ghoulish, bloodthirsty witches, making fights against them way more epic and frightening.
First your eyeballs, then your face. Come closer, my dear.
These new lines are professionally voice acted, capturing both the style and tone of vanilla hag ravens to maintain immersion.
I'll bleed you like a pig.
The mod author Mihails also added a dozen lines to Flame Atronachs,
Dance with me in a whirlwind of fire.
and Spriggans as well.
Friends will speak of your death in thunder celebration.
Making combat with them much more engaging. If you're looking for animations to go well with strong female characters or dommy mommies, then look no further. Malignus Animations adds random idols for being out of combat, in dialogue, and bartering. Now, I might be a little biased as the author showcased these animations on a character that used Umbrel's face preset. In the great words of Eskel,
I'm a sucker for women with horns.
but seeing as the author JV Raven is a professional animator, they certainly know what they're doing. These animations feel very realistic and natural, working wonderfully with other mods like True Directional Movement. They've also released some solid walk, run, and sprint animations too. After speaking with JV Raven, I learned they're currently working on a conditional animation pack and possibly weapon and magic animations down the road, which I am super excited for. Since my hiatus, Pultram Solace has released a ton of amazing armors. I can barely keep up with the guy. They've put out a Nibonese light armor, Altmer heavy armor, and Dwemer armor, all complete with their own unique weapons. But my favorites got to be their Wayrest spell sword set, a Breton themed heavy armor coming with its own sword and board. It's just masterpiece after masterpiece with Pultram, because once again their style and approach, blended with Elder Scrolls influence, have led to such unique looking armors. And also, the cute nose on the helmet makes this one of the most adorable sets I've ever seen. But that's not the only Wayrest set we've gotten, because Fourth Unknown dropped a fantastic medieval fluted armor set as well. I like how the helmet reveals the wearer's face, and it comes complete with a scarf too. It also pairs up wonderfully with Fourth Unknown's nameless saber mod, looking like if a katana and longsword had a baby. The sheath is absolutely stunning, with high quality leather and fancy gold decorations. They've also dropped an epic Admoran heavy plate armor. Ysmir armor departed with its owner a very long time ago. Their deeds and dreams are a mystery buried underneath the snow, but some believed the armor could be of aid to the future Dragonborn, as pieces of the armor can be found on your journey, along with a menacing battle axe. I love the intricate plate inlay and helmet design. It just fits with the Nordic world of Skyrim so well. Everglade's elusive infiltrator armor is a new unisex light armor, featuring a sleek backpack as well. Being inspired from Dragon's Dogma, this armor features a not too over-the-top fantasy aesthetic. It's even got steel-toed boots to protect your luscious feet. I've got to say, Everglade's done a lovely job, considering this is her second ever full outfit mod, and there's a dark variant available as well for those looking to be extra sneaky. Shout out to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Play it for free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox by using my link in the description, and for a massive bonus pack as well. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and consider getting some merch. Big thanks to all my patrons for helping me produce the content you're watching. Take care, lads and lasses, and see you next time.